Julia was a very special girl. She had a way of making everyone around her feel happy and loved. Her presence was like a ray of sunshine on a cloudy day. She had bright eyes and a smile that could light up a room. Her laughter was infectious, and her joy was pure and genuine. Julia had Down syndrome, which meant learning was sometimes hard, but she never gave up. She worked hard every day, and her determination was inspiring to everyone who knew her. But Julia loved going to Sunday school. It was her favorite part of the week. She looked forward to it with great excitement. She loved singing songs and listening to stories about Jesus. The stories made her feel close to him, and the songs filled her heart with joy. At home, Julia's mom would read her Bible stories every night. These moments were special to Julia. She would listen intently, her eyes wide with wonder. Julia especially loved the story about Easter. The story of Jesus' resurrection filled her with hope and happiness. One Sunday, Julia's class had a special Easter lesson. The room was decorated with colorful eggs and flowers, and the children were buzzing with excitement. They each got a plastic egg. Some eggs had candy, some had stickers, but Julia's egg, her egg was empty. She looked at it curiously, wondering what it meant. All the children were opening their eggs with excitement. Some children were excited about their candy treats, others were happy to find colorful stickers. Julia opened her egg slowly. She looked inside. Her egg was completely empty. Julia's teacher, Mrs. Smith, knelt beside her gently. "What's wrong, Julia?" she asked softly. Julia looked up at her teacher with wide eyes. "My egg is empty," she said quietly. Her voice was quiet, but there were no tears in her eyes. Instead, a big smile spread across Julia's face. "Just like Jesus' tomb," she exclaimed joyfully. Mrs. Smith was taken aback. She had never expected such profound wisdom from a child so young. The classroom was filled with the usual chatter and excitement of children, but Julia's words had brought a sudden hush. Julia, in her innocence and pure faith, had grasped the true meaning of Easter. She had listened intently to the stories and teachings, and her heart had understood what many adults often overlook. The empty egg, which could have been seen as a disappointment, became a powerful symbol of Jesus' resurrection. It was not just an empty shell. It was a representation of the empty tomb and the promise of eternal life. The other children stopped and listened to Julia. They were captivated by her simple yet profound explanation. It was as if a light had been switched on in their minds. They had been so focused on the treats inside their eggs, they hadn't understood the real meaning. Julia's words made them see beyond the surface to the deeper significance of the holiday. Julia's simple explanation touched everyone's hearts. It was a moment of clarity and revelation for the entire class. Even Mrs. Smith felt a tear roll down her cheek. That day, Julia taught everyone a valuable lesson about faith and the true meaning of Easter. Her words were a reminder that sometimes the most profound truths come from the most unexpected places. The empty egg became a symbol of hope and new beginnings. It was a powerful reminder that even in emptiness, there can be profound meaning and promise. 6 months later, Julia went to be with Jesus. It was a time of deep sorrow for everyone who knew her. Julia had been a beacon of light, always spreading joy and kindness wherever she went. Her absence left a void that was felt by all. Her classmates missed her smile and her kind heart. The classroom felt emptier without her laughter and the warmth she brought. They often reminisced about the time she would help them with their homework or share her lunch with those who forgot theirs. At Julia's memorial service, the church was filled with flowers. Each bloom represented a life she had touched, a heart she had warmed. The fragrance of the flowers filled the air, a gentle reminder of her sweet presence. And next to her picture there was a basket filled with empty plastic eggs. These eggs were not just decorations, they held a deeper meaning, a symbol of the hope and faith Julia carried with her. Each egg was a reminder of Julia's simple faith and the powerful message she had shared. She believed that just as the egg is empty, so is the tomb of Jesus, signifying his resurrection and the promise of eternal life. Julia may have left this world, but her spirit lived on, reminding everyone that just like the empty egg, death is not the end, but a new beginning in heaven with Jesus. Her legacy of love, faith, and hope continued to inspire those who knew her, encouraging them to live with the same grace and kindness she had shown.